All right, so we now got our collector boosters from Modern Horizons 2. This is my very first collector booster box. I'll have 10 in total that I'm going to open. The first one I'm going to take my time with. I'm also going to set the cards aside, make sure that we get to do a full comparison of what 10 of these do. I'm really excited to dive into this one, honestly. Now, I'm clearly looking for retro frame fetches. That's like the best possible hit out of these. But there's a few other hits. The main thing, though, that we're hoping is that the printing is actually correct. So I'm going to give... let me find the card to showcase this if I can. So I had Sanctum Prelate somewhere. And Sanctum Prelate, the promo doesn't look right where I'm in, which is Canada. East Coast. So hopefully these are from the right printer where the foiling is on the art. Taking this from the set booster box opening, this persist is perfect. And this is what we're hoping for, is this printing quality. Otherwise, we'll see. But I will basically highlight as soon as I see a retro frame foil, I'll be able to say if it's what we're hoping for or not. These can be a little hard to figure out what's in them. The best way to look at this is the last card is the last non-token card is essentially the high mark of these packs. It's meant to be the wow slot, the biggest thing. It's meant to be like a super fancy card. Everything else is not filler. There's foil etch. There's a lot of options. So I'll go through it. So this first pack, we got 4 commons. So it's 4 commons and 2 uncommons. Most of this is irrelevant. Some of them can be like this Tangled Pool Bridge is nice for constructed. We got Road to Ruin and Ravenous Swirl. So like kind of the commons and uncommons, not really a ton. There are some uncommons that I would love to see in foil, like Dragon Rage Channeler. But there's not many chances of getting hits. There's only 12 packs per booster box. Then we have our foiled etched basic. So I was going to comment on these. I'm not the biggest fan. The foil etching is fine, actually. That I don't mind. The part where I'm not the biggest fan is... I understand that Modern started because it was the Modern frame. But I would have loved if they had taken... Modern art cards and done the retro frame rather than a reverse. I get why he did it, like the Thunder Plays and stuff like that is iconic, but as a result these feel a little flat for me because they don't resonate with me. The foil etched probably is the best they've done. I actually did mind the Strixhaven one, but I know a lot of people didn't. But I'll skip on the basic line in the future just to say. So already, like, this is what I mean is collector packs are expensive. Don't like just randomly get these. I really should have just the perfect sleeves here. However, you can get stuff like this Borderless Dotty Voidwalker, and we haven't even gone through the pack, and this is already like a pretty high hallmark hit. Like, this is one of the better rares in the set. You can get a Borderless. That slot could be a Borderless Mythic and other stuff, so really awesome hit. Alright, so then we have... then there's 2 sketch retro, I think, commons, uncommons. Or apparently not. So again, the Esper Sentinel, another hit. This is I mean, it's fine for constructed. It's a human, it's an artifact creature. There's a lot of synergy, but this is really an EDH card because of the white card draw. That's where it's best. But look at this first pack. Like, already got Dotty Voidwalker and Esper Sentinel. We haven't even gone through it or hit the like really big stuff, and we're already got 2 huge hits. So now we got, I believe this is this etched? It's really hard to tell. I think this is just a foil sketch card. Alright. How many cards are left? 4. So I think this is... this looks like a normal retro, and I'm very pleased with it. Yeah, these are printed correctly, which is awesome news. I'm going to compare it to Stronghold Gambit. Again, the set symbol's a little weird for Modern Horizons 1, but it looks as... like deep red color, no art on the no foiling on the art. It's perfect. This is, and I mean, if I'm gonna hit and the MH1 reprint of Shenanigans, I'm really happy for, because this is a card I do want in my collection. So these are like the type of little add-ons that are awesome. So then we got our foil etched. Right, there we go. So this is foil etched. It doesn't look too bad. It does look similar almost to the straight up foil. If I take seal removal, the big difference is the color's a little matte. It's a little more grainy, but it still looks really good. So I think if you were to play this in sleeves anyways, and you wanted these foil framed cards, if these aren't, if these are like notably cheaper than the alternatives, I would probably get these, like, and totally be happy with it. Oh my god, of course, it's my first pack. So like when I saw the reprints for Modern Horizons 1, the rares, I was losing my mind at the fact that they chose a Eula Queen Among Bears. I was like, is there really nothing else to pick? I know that some people will want this. I just don't really care for it. Really cool card, though. So we have one card left, right? So we have 2 foil edge card, 1 common, uncommon, 1 rare. And then we have our head turner card, which can be a nothing almost. Like, it could be a foil sketch dressed down, which is really cool, but not worth much. Or it can be like... the last card is a number of things. That's where you get your proper retro frame foils. Oh my god. Foil Sketchers Saga. If this card stays in Modern, this is my 5th Urza Saga. I don't know how lucky I've been, but this is ridiculous. Look at this pack. Like, this is pack 1. And even though the MH1 foil was a dud, still get a foil Sketchers Saga, an Esper Sentinel, and a Dottie Voidwalker. Like, this one pack is insane already. Like, yeesh. Alright, I'll still sleeve up the Eula, but this will go straight into the... Somebody else will have fun with this. Otherwise, these cards don't have an attachment. Ravenous Squirrel is a little bit unique, at least. But so the Treasure Crab token. So we're going to do free piles. This is a pile of stuff that goes for Modern, but isn't specifically like really high value or stuff. Then there's like kind of the other cards that are not for me. And then there's the hits here. Esper Sentinel... Not sure where, but a lot of people are wanting it, so. And then these other cards will, I could keep them here, I guess. You can have the 4th pile. There's not many cards in these collector packs, so. Yeah, I mean, this is our first collector pack. The first collector pack I've opened, and already it's incredible. So, I know there's faster unboxings that you could look at, so if you're watching this, I really appreciate it. I do try to give a little bit more perspective, and I know that some people like it, others less. Nothing here specifically. Our mountains. So now we get our borderless rare. Is that correct? Soul Talisman. I'm not a big believer in this card. Other people are. That's cool. Jade Avenger. Then we have our rare mythic sketch, right? Or, oh, jeez. Oh, right. This is... Yeah, it looks incredible. Just compared to the normal, I mean the Seb art, like both arts of Svelung are incredible. So there are some cards like that that are borderless and old frame, and which one you prefer is a question. But this looks incredible. Foil Shatterstorm, perfect for Pauper. Not that I play it, but some people will like it. So we got a foil Late to Dinner. Didn't we? Because we had a Esper... I don't know how the collation for these packs works. Like, I guess the Svelung was the Esper Sentinel slot. And the last pack, we had the Dreadmaw and the Late to Dinner. So that kind of works. Yeah, we got 2 Late to Dinners. And they are the same foiling. Yep. Actually, there's some printing errors on this Late to Dinner. Not that I mind too much. I wouldn't mind on other cards, but yeah. I'm just happy that these retro frames are printed correctly. So, Late to Dinner. Soul Snare, so this is the foil edge, common, uncommon. Upheaval and foil etched. So this is probably the worst slot you can get at the rare foil etched. Is the reprints hit this, and it's pretty much the worst card, like the worst cards you can get because they're reprints, and not many of the reprints at rare are really that desirable, especially in foil etched. All right, still a good pack even if we have these. Let's see what the last card is. The Marsh Flats from the top, foil extended. So I've got a few Scalding Tarns and Misty Rainforests coming because they didn't seem that expensive. Most of the people are really going for the retro frame ones, but I mean, these are as rare as the retro frame foils. And it looks kind of flat. I wonder how it's going to end up after, but if this isn't good quality... Like, look at the second pack, right? Like, you get 2 Zweilung of Sea and Sky and Marsh Flats. It's just really... maybe here, I'm not sure. The Marsh Flats I'll probably keep for myself for now. I do prefer the retro ones, Soul Talisman. And unfortunately, the Upheaval isn't even worth separating. I guess I could separate it for the purpose of separating it, but yeah, it's just not a card many people are. This Shatter Storm is nice though. I haven't also been looking at the tokens, to be honest. The treasure tokens with something else at the back that's useful are the only thing I would probably look for. No Black Lotus token, right? So technically, there's a Lotus Petal token. Foil Frame Rift, Barb Spike. I don't really care for any of these cards specifically. Borderless Rishon and Dockhand. I think this card is decent, but probably because of how powerful Modern is, it'll only really see play in Merfolk. It is an answer to Urza Saga, since at least for one of the constructs, you can tap it on upkeep. Mystic Redaction, so we should have... Okay, we got a Siphis Harvest Hand like we had in the set booster. Another foil Shatterstorm, followed by a foil. So yeah, sorry. So there are 2 foils here, and they're like kind of common or uncommon of the sketch or the retro frames. So Phantasmal Dreadmaw, Tribute Mage in the retro frame foil, foil etched, looks pretty sweet. Wow. Okay. So before I go to the last card, Prismatic Vista is an interesting one. I actually bought a foil etched one of these because I was wondering how different it would be from the retro frame. This is a lot darker. But this is a really nice hit still to get. Like, so far, all of these packs, easily, like, I've actually paid the money that this pack would be worth for this card. So for now, all of these packs have been, like, above, for me, what they would be worth, like, the individual cards. So maybe that's lucky. Maybe I'm overvaluing how much these cards are worth. And the Head Turner, Profane Tutor Foil, looks lovely. We're going to probably sleep that up and make sure that it's ready for someone else. I might keep this just because retro frame foils like this are really cool. But yeah, the Prismatic Vista is a really nice... Any of the NMH1 rares that are a Eula or the Goblin Engineer are really nice. So... Profane Tutor. Tribute Mages here. Shatterstorm. Dockhand. And Vista's a hit for sure, though. We got a Food Construct. Oh, Food Construct's a great token. That one that one goes here. It's not treasure, but Food Construct's really perfect. All right, so we got our Guardian Kirin, July Cobra, Chrome Courier, Tragic Call. I'm having these in retro foil, so not the card I was looking for. Yearling's nice though. There are some in sketch. I might get those. The Mountain, Sanctum Weaver extended art, Kitchen Imp, followed by Persistent Sketch. Yep, with the artist description at the bottom. King of the Pride for the foil uncommon from MH1. Some people want this, and it's a cool card in retro frame. Then we got our Terminal Agony, really cool card. These look neat. So this is foil etched Mind Collapse. I mean, it's fine. And then we have how many cards left? 3. All right, so far this pack has been maybe not the best, but it's okay. The others have been good. But we get 2 other shots of this. So we got our foilets. Okay, so this one looks significantly darker than what a white. Like, you can... So these are cool, actually, because you can... let's see. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. Come on, camera. You can do this. There we go. You can actually see. This is... sorry for the finger, but... This has a relief. Like, it's actually 3D almost. You can actually tell, like, the scaling on it. So it's kind of... This is a really neat card. Yeah, if all the foil etch ones are like this, these are probably some you should get in foil etch, the suspends with 0 casting cost, because they're really unique. And then, like, the big card, Borderless Master of Death. Unfortunately, not really the big card we were looking for, but... So yeah, this is the first pack where I'm like, well, not really as much as I would have hoped for, but still really cool. And the Resurgent Belief being unique is nice. I'll put these these here, and then persist here. You know, you still get to hit multiple rares. Mind Collapse, if this sees some modern play, it is a unique effect. King of the Pride is... I'm not going to probably keep this King of the Pride, but yeah. These away. Terminal Agony, while it is nice, probably won't see much modern play. But it does see modern play. I have the fancy version. Alright, so we got Curator, Scrapeling, Ego, Arcbound, Seal of Cleansing, the Underworld Cookbook. Again, I prefer the retro frame foil. Yusri's Fortune's Flame, not really what I'm looking for. It is the if you want this card, it is the rare in the bundle, so you might as well just get the bundle. Abundant Harvest Sketch, Mishra's Factory. So this and Counterspell have been upshifted to rare for the alternative versions, which not the biggest fan of. That said, this is a really cool Mishra's Factory. Mind Collapse, so I can actually compare. I don't know how much you can see the differences, but you can kind of tell the foil etch one on the right. The text is a lot more muted. The Shooting Star is about as powerful, so that's the one thing that's constant. But like the colors are a little more muted and all that. So we got our foil Mind Collapse. If the Will Hall Experience is watching this, this is probably the card he wants. Perfect for Infect players. How many cards we have? 4. So next one should be foil etched, common uncommon, which is Hunting Pack, which I don't care for much. Then we have the foil etched rare, which is Chance Encounter, which again unfortunately do not care too much for. So not a very good pack unless the last card is incredible. It is not, unfortunately. Retro frame foil, really nice. This is like the one that I don't really have much. There's not enough love, I think, for this. That's the sad part. It's not really a card I was looking for, so as a result, it does fall a little flat. So the first 3 packs were amazing. The first 2 packs were amazing. The third one was quite good, and these last 2 not as great, but they can't all be winners. So we got Shatterstorm, the Bridge, again blue one. It's because of Thought Monitor. That's why the blue artifact lands are the ones you want to keep. Foil Etched Island. So we got Brea's Apprentice. Not really a card I was specifically looking for, or many people are. Ravenous Squirrel Sketch. That's kind of cool. I'll keep this. We got Thought Monitor Sketch. I didn't need some of these, and it's nice to have a sketch one. Foil Sketch Prophetic Titan. This looks really neat, and with the multi-color, the blue-red. It looks really neat. It's not necessarily something desirable, but it is a beautiful card. We got our second Galvanic Relay. I guess I want 2 or 3 of these. Now this is foil etched Goblin Anarchomancer, which does look a little different. There is also printing blob error. So we got our last 3 cards. So next one is foil etched Rare Mythic. I don't know if it matters what the last card is. Yes, this is not technically rainbow foil. I don't really care too much. Alright, so actually before I sleeve it up. This does look significantly darker than our rainbow foil land would, I think. Let me compare with Grand Coliseum, if you wanted to compare. I know this maybe not a fair comparison, but... sorry. Actually, I'll sleeve it up. That way you get the same muted colors effect. There we go. Yeah, so the Grand Coliseum is a lot... let's see if we can get the... There we go. Is a lot brighter than the one on the left. So you can notably see that it's darker. The text, though, looking at it, is actually sharper on these foil etch ones. The Shooting Star has some grain to it. Honestly, if you were looking for retro fame, the foil etch ones are not that big a downgrade, but you can tell that they are different, which I think in this case is... So yeah, this pack doesn't really matter. Like, this kind of does everything. Like, the rest of this pack could have been total garbage, and it might have been total garbage, depending on what this last card is. A foil sketch Nomotaxi looks cool. Not really what I was looking for. We have a Clue-Thopter that's also... But yeah, Verdant Catacombs is an insane hit. Dermotaxi a lot less. I'm going to actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new pile, and it's going to have the rares that I don't really care too much for. Sanctum Weaver, I guess we'll see some play, and I did want a Master of Depth, so Soul Talisman. I mean, like Ivor, I don't care for, and I don't think Ivor is do much Ivor, and then we can put this back down here. All right, and these go outside wherever. I put my cards. There we go. There's also foil scroll tokens in the Modern Horizon 2 packs, collector packs, so if you're into that. But yeah, so far, foil etched, like a lot of lands that are amazing. Urza Saga, Foil Sketch, Marsh Flats, Vista, and Catacombs. Alright, so nothing here. Borderless Profane Tutor. I got a lot of Profane Tutors. Not necessarily the rare I'm looking for, but somebody is. Floodhound. Grista. Oh, jeez. This looks... the Grist actually looks stunning. I have another Grist, the normal one. I think I'm keeping this one. This one looks incredible. It's actually tough to tell, but the Sketch Walker looks incredible. Like the framing down here. This is... this looks awesome, honestly. And this is a very unique mechanically card. Unique card. So, kind of nice. Yeah, Grist, good hit. Ephir's Throne Sphinx, foil. Then we got our Retro Foil Aeromoeba. Then we have a common or uncommon behind that. Zurin Orb. I wish this was Retro Foil. But this is the foil etched one, right? Yeah. So this is foil etched. Zurin Orb. Then we have our foil etched Rare Mythic that comes behind this. Chainer Nightmare Adept. This looks really dark. It looks kind of weird, honestly, and a bit funky. And it's also a chainer. The Grist kind of made this pack, but we really obviously want to finish on something great. Oh, just another extended foil Arid Missa. Come on. Just incredible stuff on the... Like, look at this pack. Like, the Sketch Planeswalker and the foil extended rare Arid Missa. And there's also a Profane Tutor, as a treat. You can have a... As a treat, you can have that. Yeah. This is a Treasure Bird. I'm not too fussed about that. And we still have 5 packs left. Like, this probably justifies the box on its own. We've got 5 more packs. This is whatever. I guess I'd keep the foil etch in my collection over the normal ones. But I really want the Ice Age one anyways. That one's too iconic for me. Bone Shredder... I mean, I have the foilers or ones to play with this. If you actually, might as well show them. Any chance I get to show old bordered foils, I'm for. So maybe this is too many. Good old Urza's Legacy Bone Shredders. It's kind of hard to see Bone Shredder do too much because of how Shriekmaw works, but you never know. Foil Etched Island, Chitter Spitter. Not really something I'm looking for, or many people are, and it's more of a limited card. Faithless Salvaging, Endurance. Okay, so this already kind of justifies the pack on its own. Like, the Borderless Endurance does look really nice, and this has been one of the better... Like, all the incarnations are kind of good. Scroll Sovereign's really lovely. I won't keep this, but it is a really cool card. I might put it here. Although this is the Squirrel pack. All right. So Endurance goes up here. Actually, we'll keep the pack here for now. And then we got our foil Floodhound. Llanowar Tribe, full etched. Looks cool. Not really the uncommon I was looking for. That's fine. All right, now we got our rare mythic foil etched. So Sign of Draco. I did want some of these in retro frame. So foil etched is kind of nice. Honestly, the way the foil etched works is not that much worse than the retro frame. So, and then what's the big one? We got a foil sketch Geodrone Dihada. Which, cool card. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, to be honest. I guess somebody else will want it more than I do. Llanowar Tribe. And then we could put these down here. Reasonable pack, for sure, though. Like, the Endurance, the Sign of Draco, and the Dihada. Like, the EV on these cards, these packs is insane. But the truth is, the prices will go down as a result. It's just normal, right? Like, these have to match what their price is, or these go out of stock. That's all that can happen. We got 3 more packs left after this one, so 4 more packs, and I mean doing well. Blessed Respite and foil. I think this is in sketch 2. Like, this is the thing, right? Is like you start the booster pack, and this is like your whatever card, and it's a borderless Arid Mesa. Like, I guess I haven't seen the blue fetches yet, but like so far we already have 4 fetch lands, right? 4, it's just 4 fetch lands already. We got our Underworld Hermit. Oh, I spoiled the foil. So sorry. So I did fumble a bit. We have a General Ferocious Rodic in sketch. Our foil MH1 card and Changeling Outcast. Again, these MH1 cards are only in the collector packs. Then we have our foil etched common uncommon. I think, or is this sketch? Sorry, we got 1 more card to go. So sorry, there are 2 cards that are like fancy common uncommons. We got Glimmer Baron. Then we got our rare mythic coming up, which is Squirrel Mob. Again, these reprints are pretty much the worst slot you can get here, which is a shame. But and then we got our final card, a foil borderless Glimpse of Tomorrow. Really cool, but not necessarily something. But that's the thing, right? Is like, even though a lot of this was not that desirable, you hit an extended art fetch land to start with. So like, how much worse can the pack really be? This is for me. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I probably should put cards that I have less attachment to here. Yeah, these are still cool, but Squirrel Mobs down here, and then these we can put away. Glimmer Baron is a unique effect. I don't think much will come of it, but you never know. Because it is a 1-mana sack outlet. It is a bit specific, but you never know. Sea Drake, Spreading Insurrection, the Forest. Sea Drake is actually kind of cool. My friend used to play Sea Stompy. So we got a Dam, Borderless, Late to Dinner, normal sketch, Fractured Sanity and sketch. Step Through is the one of the common uncommon foils. The other one's Phantasmal Dreadmaw. So far, nothing too fancy. We got our foil etch, Prismatic Ending, which is definitely one of the better uncommons you can get. Then we got our rare mythic foil etched. Soul Talisman, again, I'm not the biggest believer or fan of this card, so this will probably be traded. And then the big card, well, okay, so funnily enough, this isn't the most desirable card for people, but I actually wanted for Storm, and this is the exact version I wanted. So, yes, maybe not the hardest hitting pack, but I'm actually really happy about this. We also get a Dam, which is kind of nice for the collection, and a Fractured Sanity, and, you know, the Soul Talisman isn't so bad. And also this Prismatic Ending is not, you know, like, this pack, like, even though nothing's super impressive, still pretty good. We got 2 boosters left. Let's see if we can hit another home run. I'd say, like, the only thing that's missing from this box would be one of the big MH1 rares, foil. Or obviously, like, the absolute stellar retro frame foil fetch line. But so far, so good. These boxes are expensive, though. Like, you almost have to expect to get good stuff. I actually can see the back, so I think I know what this is, but I won't spoil it. If you can tell from this point in the video, that's impressive. Or, like, you really know the art of the set. So, yeah, we got a borderless March Flats. It's a lot of fetches. I mean, like, none of the blue ones, which is the only thing. But yeah, I mostly got the board. The thing is, you can't really get, I think, the normal retro frame ones. You can only get the foil ones, retro frame or foil etched. So you're gonna get a lot of borderless ones from these collector packs. So Lens Flare, jeez, like, look at this pack. We're not even done with it. There's still more to go. I know the last card is not going to be that stellar, but we got March Flats and Grief. We got our Marble Gargoyle. So actually, these are much harder to get than I thought. I thought I'd upgrade all my talismans, but these are actually surprisingly hard to get. So I'll get a few, I think, from these packs, but not a ton. So we got our Foil Edge Galvanic Relay. I'll probably get, by the time I do 10 collector box, another foil normal one. Yeah, so Foil Edge Ave Progenitor Ooze. This is actually a good comparison point as well. But yeah, the normal one does look nicer. I'll be honest. Still, so the last card I believe is foil borderless counterspell, which is really cool. But there's a million. I already have the kind of fancy ones, and there are a million ones of these counterspells out there. Like in terms of, like there's so many choices when it comes to fancy counterspells. So sadly, not as big a hit as it would be. But we still got Marsh Flats, Grief. This wasn't horrible, and yeah, just really nice pack. Plus Talisman of Creativity. So. I mean, at the end of the day, like, the prices on these cards, I guess, have to come down. Like, because if you're looking at these packs based on, like, what the prices are pre-order, like, I made, like, this is insane. Like, this is actual freaking insanity. So the prices will have to come down, or the boxes will have to go up. But, like, I mean, just the number of extended fetches I've gotten. I mean, we're at 5 fetch lands plus a Prismatic Vista, which is, like, it is kind of a big MH1 rare. I think there's 2 or 3 MH1 rares that are foil in these boxes on average. We unfortunately got the Ayula, which is horrible. But we also got a Vista, which was decent. So maybe we can get the good for one. So Ornithopter of Paradise. The one I want is really the retro frame foil. Seal of Cleansing, Yavimaya Elder, Thunder Plains. We got our Borderless Glimpse of Tomorrow. This is a sketch Arcus Acolyte. We got Rise and Shine sketch. Etchings of the Chosen for the uncommon from MH1. Still an upgrade for me, so it's okay. Bone Shards, which are frankly awesome. I did want some retro frame foils of this one. We got Ephemerate in the foil etched MH1. So then we got our last 2 cards of this box. So let's hope they're good. So first off, well, foil etched Carve the Line is not at all what I want. So let's see what the last... So this was not a very good last pack. There is a frame to this, I think. So it's not borderless. It is old frame, but it looks black. No, it's gold. Gold is not great, I think. Oh, okay. I mean, I think Coatl could be worse. We also have a Thopter Treasure, which is a decent token. Yeah, so we did actually get the last MH1 rare. This is like a little worse than Prismatic Vista, but not by much. It is a decent hit. The rest, not so much, I guess. Some Carve goes down here. Ephemerate. I have my Japanese ones. This looks okay, though. Bone Shards, Etchings of the Chosen, Rise and Shine, and Glimpse. Okay. So, collector box is done. No more packs. To summarize, yeah, I mean, if these fetch lands, like, the foil extended ones are probably not going to go down much, because they do share the space with all the others, and to be frank, like, these are as rare as the retro foil ones. Obviously, I would prefer retro foil, but yeah, still. I mean, end of the day, this box came with 5 fetch lands plus Vista, which I guess you could count. But yeah, when people talk about fetch lands, they usually talk about the bigger ones. So yeah, obviously the foil Verdant Catacombs is awesome. Not getting a blue one is a bit sad, but we got way more boxes to go. We got one of each of these Arid Mesas and flats and foil and non-foil. We got the Vista, the Verdant Catacombs. Then we got Icefang Coatl, which is kind of nice and neat. The Borderless Grief. Which, to be honest, this is the type of... The Borderless cards that aren't foil are the type of cards that aren't going to hold up, I think. Except these are fetch lands and everyone needs them anyways. Because they're much more common. Whereas the actual rainbow foil, like Icefang Coatl, are cards that are going to go up because these are almost impossible, right? Like they're very difficult to get. Sign of Draco. It depends, right? If the card has a good foil etch, then it doesn't really matter much. So yeah, Endurance. Yeah, I mean, this is like the first pack as well with the Dottie Voidwalker and the... Yeah, and then there was this foil sketch or a saga, which is... That's quite a rare hit. And that's all in the hallmarks. Like, these are all reasonable extra cards. Well, Ayula isn't. Ayula more like here, honestly. You got Ave, the Borderless Counterspell, the Soul Talisman foil etched, the Geodon Dihadra. Yeah, just... These cards are all okay. Nothing fancy. I guess actually, we started with Zweiling and Esper Sentinel. These are really nice, too. The foil retro frame Profane Tutor. Like, if you want these are not easy to find, right? They are as rare as the foil borderless. And then, yeah, there were a few duds down here. The Ayula, like, took the slot of an MH1 rare, foil-etched. I mean, this isn't a dud necessarily. It is a little better than that, but yeah. Nothing here that's that fancy. The Mishra's Factory, I mean, it is cool, but it's not going to see that much modern play. So, like, these are all okay, but nothing really to write home about. And, you know, even on the commons, uncommons, low-end rares, I guess Rise and Shine and Glimpse would be here, but, you know, upgrades or cards that are, some, you know, variants of what I would want. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this was a good box. If this is the average box, like, these boxes are insane. If this is the average, right, like the one with, like, essentially 6 fetch lands, I mean, well, 5 plus Vista, and yeah, you still get, like, I mean, this is insane, right? The whole box is, so yeah, this is a pretty decent box. I think this was a good box. So yeah, there we go. That's the video. Thank you for watching this long, and take care.